Okay, and we're back with the second test game. We've got Eden Grossman and Steve Jonke playing practice games on Wizard of Oz. Light them up, boys. First up, Steve Jonke. Steve plunges and starts his witch hurry up with his skill shot. Cradles the ball and hits it on the backhand into the rescue Vuk. Of course, he's trying to spell rescue up there to light his physical lock, which he fails to do, but he lights a hurry up on the crystal ball, and he can't quite make it. But he manages to get B, which is a very difficult target to pick up. Seems to be pounding it up into the castle, like he's got a purpose there. There he goes, trying to spell rescue. Gets another letter. Back down to the flippers. Oh, nice post save. Starts the lock hurry up there. No, does not get the lock. All right. Non-captured Dorothy is now ready, so the next time he lights that hurry up. There he goes. Oh, and he bricks the shot down into There's No Place Like Home. Did he get all the lights? It looks like he might have. No, he didn't. Missing the like. No place home. Up player 2, Eden Grossman. Soft plunges to the skill shot. Goes for the witch. Gets a couple of haunted hits. Bounces rainbow letters. Gets halfway to his rainbow. Shoots it up into the haunted forest. Lights capture Dorothy. And shoots. No, misses. Foregoes trapping the ball for a Emerald City multi-ball lock. Gives him the ball back in the trough. Soft plunges it and manages the crystal ball skill shot. Look at that, 10,000, and he lights his crystal ball and up into the second ball lock. Now, will he start his crystal ball mode? Gets his witch skill shot. Can't get the ball under control. Come on! Oh, nice slap save. Oh, and he's into his Emerald City multi-ball before he gets his crystal ball. He could have been doing this with Lights Out multi-ball, going for 2x scoring. However, it's not a bad thing to get a multi-ball started. Never a bad thing to be doing a multi-ball on this game. And it looks like he got his physical lock for his Dorothy up there. Oh, and he lights his No Place Like Home with one of his multi-ball drains. Back into regular play. He's trying to shoot it into the... oh, there he goes looking for Munchkin loops. And, ooh. Needs to pick what shot he wants. Oh, and he tilts. Good start. Definitely takes a lead over Steve in non-competitive play. Steve short plunges to the witch skill shot. Traps the ball. Oh, can't quite get it, so he gets his Dorothy physical lock instead. Plunges the short plunge down to the witch skill shot yet again. Oh, nice. Gets a post save there. And it looks like he picks up his witch off of the rainbow. There he is, trying to get his ball under control, and he lights Toto on his right out lane. Toto escapes. The first time you play it, you have a few seconds in which you can shoot the upper right ramp. Ooh. If he's got just a moment here. Can he backhand it up in there? No! And too late. Thus his ball ends. Oh, what a shame, Steve. You were so close twice on that ramp, and yet you just couldn't make it all the way there. It ends short plunges and doesn't quite get it all the way up in there. And the second time, he gets the witch. It's like he picks up a Glenda target. And into the wizard target. Wizard saucer. Oh, he bounces it off the witches there again. If he spells the crystal ball a second time, that will advance the crystal ball to lights on multi-ball with the 2x scoring instead. There he goes. The color changes. He's done it. He now is at lights on. Oh! And a little happy flipping gets him a drain. Steve starting his ball 3, 37,000. Gets his witch skill shot for 8,000. Traps it. Tries to get up the lock there. Fails. Could the right ramp be his kryptonite? Yes, yes indeed. That right ramp is cursed for Steve. Eden has ostensibly won this non-competitive game. And there he is with another Emerald City multi-ball lock. Goes with short plunge. And the ball gets trapped. There's a spot up there where if it comes to rest, it will not. You can see it up there just past the right upper playfield. It is stuck in the top. There you go. Come on. And it drops. Hits a Glenda and... that game just wanted to be over. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This is yet another test game from Town Hall. This is the FSPA Summer League 2014 Finals in College Park, Maryland. Up now is David Horner playing a practice game on Wizard of Oz.
the spinning beach. Audio probably dropped out because I was muted. This is Steve Yonke, and I'm watching. I think it's David playing Wizard of Oz. Wolf expects me to be a good announcer, and I think he's going to be sadly mistaken. He's got the Witch Hurry Up going. Nice catch there. He has multi-ball lit. I think he's trying to get the crystal ball lit. Try to get both multi-balls going. He's got it lit now. And he just started the crystal ball multi-ball. And he gets lights out, so all the lights on the display will be out. Except for things like the ramp. And if he hits the ramp, he'll start the other multi-ball. Body drained. There he goes. Now he's got. And this multi-ball, you have to hit the rollovers on the playfield to light the jackpots, then shoot the ramp, collect the jackpots. At least I believe that's how it works. Oh, and he also has the house going. Has lost his multi-ball, and the house is over.
The one you see is showing the playfield. The one down here is showing the screen, and then the one sitting on top. The one sitting on top.
And to relight the locks, he has to get the rollovers again, the green, red, and yellow, to fill out the lights. Usually at Town Hall here we have music playing, but I guess nobody's using the jukebox. All right, so in this is a crazy hard save on the left out lane. He has to get the rainbow targets, but he drained. There's a whole sequence you have to finish the rainbow targets, then get a scoop on the, I think it's the crystal ball and the wizard pothole, and then there's two other shots. And that's it. I'm going to hand it over to Wolf.
So, yet another test game ended. Looks like Colin Horner is examining the rig here. Colin, are you going to play?
I didn't notice, but I don't think so.
All right, up now, Colin Horner, David Horner's brother. Colin is in the finals, as is David tonight. Joe Saeed being the third person. There are actually 8 games available tonight for everybody to play. We have Wizard of Oz, which you see here now, Strikes and Spares, which I'm sure you could hear ringing and dinging in the background. We have an AC/DC Premium, Twilight Zone, Attack from Mars, Addams Family, World Poker Tour, and Doctor Who. Like last night, the format will be one 3-player game featuring David, Colin, and Joe Said. Then we will go to head-to-head matches, of which there are 3. The head-to-head match determines the tiebreaker in the game. And then there is one final 3-player game featuring all 3 players, David and Colin Horner and Joe Said. Game picks are determined by seed. I believe first seed in every case gets pick, except for one game in which the second seed gets a pick. Looks like Colin just got another Emerald City multi-ball under his belt. He is very fond of lighting that multi-ball and getting it going. Oh, and a quick 2 drains, but of course the ball saver is lit, and so he should get at least one of those balls back. And he gets both of them back. Oh! And trying to get the ball up there to spin around the house. Gets a wizard. Oh, almost loses both balls, and no. Boy, that right ramp shot is not being kind to people who don't shoot it straight on. All right. Now, he has done his first physical lock for Dorothy. I believe that was actually a virtual lock for him, I'm not positive. And he starts a witch hurry up and slams it for a... No, it doesn't give him the award, and he's in There's No Place Like Home. It looks like he spelled There's No Place Like Home. So he will have approximately 30 seconds to spell rainbow, after which he will need to shoot a combination of 2 shots. However, each correct shot does give him additional time. As you can see, the timer went up as he got rainbow letters, but only for unlit rainbow letters. He just needs the RA now. He's taking his time, letting the ball come to a rest. So close there. Come on, there he goes. He spells rainbow and loses it down the center. Looks like he would have had to make the wizard shot and the crystal ball shot in the remaining time to continue. Looks like Colin is picking strikes and spares for the final 3-player game in tonight's A Division matchup here at Town Hall in College Park, Maryland. And Colin is picking Doctor Who for his head-to-head game against Joe Said. And he has picked Attack from Mars in his head-to-head against his brother David. This is ball 2 of 3 for Colin Horner in his practice game. He needed his ball save, and then he spells There's No Place Like Home again. Once again, he will need to... He got into the second stage, so he will need to make the crystal ball and the wizard shot. Crystal ball on the far left, which he makes, giving him additional time. He now has 30 seconds to make the wizard's scoop, which he just barely misses. Come on. Oh. What is left? There has to be a shot. What shot left? No. He fails to complete the lit shots and drains, bringing him to ball 3. Nearly 100,000 though, which is a pretty good score on this machine. He gets his Crystal Ball Award, which should be lights out multi-ball. The lights on most of the playfield will go out. However, if he manages to light the Glenda the Good Witch target and hit Glenda the Good Witch, it will temporarily disable the witch's power. And you can see that he has his Emerald City lock lit. Oh. And he loses his multi-ball and promptly drains afterwards, bringing him to his Toto ball save. Gets a nice little live catch there, backhands it up and around, and into the Emerald City multi-ball lock. Very nice shooting by Colin Horner. Short plunges to the witch skill shot for 8,000, lights the hurry up. Oh, hits it too early though, does not get the award. And there he goes, getting it from the flipper. Oh. And he drains. Lucky bounce up into There's No Place Like Home, but he can't quite get enough hits on that thumper bumper there, and his game is over. Yeah, quite a decent score, 122,072. Wizard of Oz, the first game in a long time to use single-digit scoring. I am going to take a break. Please enjoy yourselves. We are going to look at what game we are actually going to start filming for the beginning of finals here soon. Thank you. And it looks like Wizard of Oz will, in fact, be the first game for the A Division Finals, followed by Twilight Zone, Doctor Who, Attack from Mars, and Strikes and Spares. I am your host, William Wolf, here at Town Hall in College Park, Maryland, for the FSPA Summer 2014 League at Town Hall. We also have a B Division competing here tonight. And this will be Idan Grossman, John Locke, and Brian Singer. That would be Brian Dillon as the third player in B Division.
We have game picks.
So we are going to be getting started with the actual playoffs in a little bit. We're just wrapping up the practice games here and taking care of a little accounting. Also, because our league is so generous, there is pizza to be distributed among the players here tonight. So please just bear with us as we get ready to start the FSPA Summer 2014 A Division Finals at Town Hall in College Park, Maryland.
Pronounced Syed, is that right?
There's only really pause the game while you can actually you can work it out well. Yeah, if you do both, you can blow a lot. Right? You need a brain.
Hey, double post that. Put that in Pinball too. Or your
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is William Wolf, and I am broadcasting live from Town Hall Liquors in College Park, Maryland. This is the FSPA 2014 Summer Town Hall Finals, featuring David Horner, Colin Horner, two brothers who play very wonderful pinball, and Joe Said, who is famous at tournaments worldwide. So David Horner gets choice of order as top seed. No, as second seed. Sorry, second seed. And it looks like Joe Said will be first. Joe Said soft plunging for the skill shot. Goes for the witch skill shot to start the witch hurry up. Shoots a ramp, gets it down into the haunted forest. There it goes. Shooting for the crystal ball and out the right out lane, but he spells Toto, which allows him to try to make the upper right ramp. Looks like he tried to soft plunge ahead of the auto plunge to get a little better control. Oh, he does not get the ramp, and too late. Loses power to the flippers. However, the thumper bumper does not lose his power. And his first ball ends with what looks like 11,000 points. Next up, Colin Horner, sporting a fashionable Papa t-shirt. Colin is also soft plunging to the upper right-hand flipper in order to make the witch skill shot. He does not get control of the ball to shoot the witch, but he does get a ramp shot and a left orbit shot. And picks up the witch with the upper right-hand flipper. Very nice. And now it looks like he's assaulting the castle. Oh. And bricks the shot, gets it down into There's No Place Like Home. Wow, look at that thumper bumper go. That is some high power there, ladies and gentlemen. Now Colin will need to spell rainbow for his first phase. Each unlit letter that he scores adds time, of course. So tries to backhand the rainbow, gets it up the ramp instead. Try and backhands the W. Now lighting his Wizard of Oz scoop shot, which he makes, and now he needs into the crystal ball shot, the spinner on the far left there. There's a blinking arrow pointing to it. Can't quite get the ball under control to that right flipper that he needs. There he goes. Oh. Misses shot, but still has 20 seconds left. Come on, Colin. Oh, can't quite get the angle he needs there. And in it goes. Now he needs to make the right orbit, which he overshoots there. 14 seconds left. Traps the ball. Shoots it into the crystal ball. Gets it around to the flipper. Bounces, gets it up, no. Down the right out lane, 4 seconds into the crystal ball, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Can he make the orbit? No, he cannot. Wow. Quite the There's No Place Like Home mode. Does not pick up very many points for it, though. And now has 38,594 to player one's 11,670. And David Horner steps up to play. Dave tries to soft plunge to the upper right-hand flipper for the skill shot. And he also shoots for the witch, but gets Glenda instead. He also picks up an L in crystal ball. First of 4 letters necessary to light that all-important crystal ball mode, 2 times scoring. David Horner getting a Emerald City multi-ball lock, allowing him to plunge again for a skill shot. See, he steps away from the machine for a second, thinks about his play. Soft plunges to the crystal ball skill shot, lighting his crystal ball. Very nice. And down into There's No Place Like Home. Did he get all of them? Looks like it. And now David Horner will attempt to move through the modes of There's No Place Like Home to retain play of the ball. Once again, shooting the lit shots adds time. Timer starts with 30 seconds. And there he goes, getting the W on the backhand. Oh, a very nice slap save. Traps the ball on the left-hand flipper, looking to shoot the wizard scoop. Oh, not quite. Shoots for the crystal ball spinner. No, and loses the ball down in there with a tilt warning. So if he should spell There's No Place Like Home, we will start in that second stage of the mode with the two lit shots, the Wizard of Oz scoop and the crystal ball spinner on the left. Player 1, Joe Said with 11,000, starting ball 2. David Horner finishes his ball with 16,327. There's another skill shot, along with a Glenda the Good Witch award. Oh, picks up a quick few thousand points and drains. Josie finishing ball 2 with 20,937. Colin Horner short plunging once again. Picks up his 6,000 point skill shot for hitting the witch. Does a live catch into the castle vertical upright kicker, or VOOK. Now he is spelling a rescue to try to get virtual locks. Picks up all but the C. Lights several hurry-ups. Collects his witch hurry-up. Shoots the crystal ball for another letter. And lights his rainbow for a hurry-up. Can't quite get control of it. There he goes. Cradles it on the left-hand flipper. Chooses his shot. Makes... Oh, tilt warning, but he manages to save it. Gets it up the ramp there. Little live pass over to the flippers. Back down, can't seem to quite make a shot. He hasn't gotten any rainbow letters. I think he's aiming for his rollovers to light his second lock, which he promptly gets. Oh, sorry, that's his first lock. Starts his short plunge to try to pick up his skill shot to the witch. Can't quite get his crystal ball shot off there. He's got 3 of his 4 letters, the easiest one left being the far L, but he picks up his second Emerald City multi-ball lock there. And since there was already another player with a lock, it spits one out of the ramp, which he live passes over, and shoots the ramp for his Emerald City multi-ball instead of trying to go for his crystal ball first. There's a live pass. Oh, he quickly loses the ball, but with his ball save on, he will get that back. Another ball lost. He will still get that back with the ball save on. Oh, very nice little drop catch there, but in doing so, he loses one of his balls, and I don't think he's going to get that one back. And he loses his second ball. And with that, he spells Wizard for a quick 10,000 point award. Wizard now kicks out. It's pretty dangerous. He gets it back in there to get a couple more letters towards the next board. Picks up an N in rainbow. And gets it. Alright, that's a cradle on the right-hand flipper. Trying to shoot it up into... Where is he trying to shoot that anyways? He's trying to make the rollovers again. Doesn't seem to be aiming directly for any one thing. Oh, and he picks up the O's and Toto before he drains. Still a fairly good ball. A 1,111 point bonus gives him 73,755. Player 3, ball 2. This is David Horner, starting with 16,327. He's letting the machine cool down a little bit with all that rough play from his brother. Standing here with me is Chris Newsom, who is the owner-operator of these machines. Kindly keeps them well-maintained for us to play here in League.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're here at Town Hall right across the University of Maryland. Like Wolf said, I operate the games here. We have 8 games here all the time, so a shameless plug. If you guys are in the DC area, come on out and check it out. Pretty good beer specials and pinball here all the time. So David Horner is stepping up. He's at 17,000, so now he's in the Toto mode. So all he's got to do is just shoot the ramp one time before time runs out, and he'll get the ball back into play. There it is.
And he makes his first
Toto escapes.
The next time he spells Toto, however, it will require 2 shots in the same amount of time. And he makes one of his locks. Short plunging for a skill shot with the upper right-hand flipper. And fails, but he manages to get There's No Place Like Home.
That's right.
Yet another ball save mode in this machine.
With a newer code, There's No Place Like Home actually picks up where he left off from last time. So he's already completed Rainbow. He doesn't have to do that again. He just had to go for the Wizard and the spinner shot, but unfortunately, the ball drained quickly and There's No Place Like Home.
We are now on ball 3 of game 1, FSPA 2014 A Division Finals here at Town Hall Liquors in College Park, Maryland. And that's a Witch skill shot for 7,000, starting his Witch hurry up. And he gets a very nice drop catch at a cradle, ignoring his Witch hurry up in favor of a ramp shot. And there he goes, lighting his lock.
So it looks like he has Haunted mode ready, but the players really aren't going for that right now. That's back behind the spinner shot coming through the pop bumpers. It's actually pretty much, I think it's worth going for, but I don't see anybody playing for that myself.
I also saw very little shooting for the crystal ball, which gives the 2x scoring.
Exactly. I mean, once you have that B collected, I think it's a great time to try to knock off the crystal ball stand-ups and go ahead and start that 2x scoring and start that 2-ball multi-ball.
That's right. He's only 1 letter away now. But he gets his There's No Place Like Home.
Yeah, right back to There's No Place Like Home. Everybody's getting a chance at it.
However, this is his first There's No Place Like Home, so he has to start with his rainbow letters.
With the newer code, it's more generous on the rainbow shots than it used to be. You don't actually have to hit the exact one. I think it gives you the one that's right next to it as well. So a few good shots on the rainbow, and you can knock it out pretty quick.
That's right. And as I mentioned several times before, the blinking shots do add time when you complete them. So each rainbow letter will add a couple of seconds to his time.
I think it's about 6 or 7 seconds, something like that. So you get plenty of time. If you're making your shots, you got plenty of time to get this done.
That's right. Just keep calm and cool.
That's a pretty dangerous shot right there. He gets away with it. And now he just has the 2 shots here, the crystal ball shot and the wizard shot.
It's in the in lane and misses once again. Okay, there's
nice.
Bounce, live catch, very good. 12 seconds left. Cannot make that crystal ball
There's
spin.
one.
Oh, there it is.
Now you got to stick that wizard shot. Stick it.
And out the right out lane. So close. So for his third ball, Joe Saeed ends up with a score of 56,229. Not enough to take the lead. Colin Horner, guaranteed at least second place now. Starts his ball with 73,775. Short plunging, as everybody seems to be doing for the safe points. He gets the haunted scoring skill shot and drains out the right out lane, but spells Toto.
That's a tough skill shot right there.
Yes, but he got his ball save on it, so the Toto spelling should carry over to the end of his ball, I believe. If he should drain out the right out lane again, he already has Toto spelled.
Yep. He's in good shape on the right out lane.
Gets a tilt warning. picking up rainbow letters the way he can, and it looks like he just spelled crystal ball.
Yeah, you got the ball on the right flipper.
Very nice.
So,
he gets it up for the rescue locks. Trying to get the C, or to shoot the orbit there, or to trap the ball at least to get something going, but he can't do any of that. So instead, he shoots for the Emerald City multi-ball lock. Ball 1, locked. Now, does a live catch, shoots for the second Emerald City multi-ball lock, which should give him down the ramp. A live pass over.
looks like he has about 3 more hits on the rollover on the Scarecrow before we can light that third lock.
Oh,
And it looks like he
just
got
giving-
a 2-ball.
I think it just accidentally fed 2 balls out of there, which it shouldn't have.
Gave him 2 balls instead of 1 there. It does happen occasionally, but now he's back to 1 ball.
Well, with FSPA rules, he would have had to allow it to drain, which he did. Fortunately, the game was smart enough to notice that he didn't need it. And there he goes into Emerald City multi-ball once again.
That was a good shot. I think he lit the rollover and hit the shot at the same time. He can do that pretty easily with the Scarecrow on the right flipper.
That's why the Scarecrow is the easiest one to make.
Definitely.
Most letters there. Oh, loses one
So,
already.
Right now would be an ideal time to stick the ball over there in the crystal ball and go ahead and get 2 times playfield while you're in multi-ball.
There he is. He gets it with looks like a Newton shot.
Weak flippers.
Oh,
Makes it awfully hard to hit that ramp, but it can be done. It's just you take the clean shot from the left flipper pretty much. I don't think you can hit it from the right flipper on this game in weak flippers.
weak flippers, I think, is my least favorite mode, even more so than no-hold flippers, which I know is your least favorite.
I have a hard time with no-hold flippers, being that I like to control the ball so much. When I'm in no-hold, it's very difficult to have that mindset that I always have to just flip it quickly and not hold it at all. No live catches, no drop catches, or anything like that.
And there he goes picking the replay. 156,000 points now and going. Got a lot of spin on that ball there. Oh, about to lose his 2x scoring.
Game's still asking him to shoot the ramp. I'm not sure he's hit a jackpot yet. And no jackpot at that multi-ball that I saw.
No. Still, he manages to pick up 100,000 points so far on this ball. Shoots his ramp, working on his Scarecrow letters. Of course, he's 1 rainbow letter away from lighting his Munchkin loops.
And he has the Honda mode available as well. If he were to shoot the right orbit or get the ball in the bumpers, he could potentially start a Honda mode.
Indeed, and having spelled haunted, he can disable the pop bumpers by holding the flippers in when it goes up that direction.
Yeah, I think that's a great feature.
Oh, and he tilts away his bonus. Yes, he has a commanding lead over both his opponents. 178,994.
But being wise, I mean, 1 good multi-ball with the crystal ball added onto that, 1 good multi-ball, David could take that right down.
Indeed, and if he can get his haunted mode going at the same time.
He does not have the Haunted mode qualified yet, so he could go ahead and go for that. Lots of times, lately I've been plunging the ball into the pop bump myself rather than going for the skill shots just to get those Haunted modes going. I think they're pretty worthwhile. But David, I think he has 2 locks, and all he has to do is get the Scarecrow rollover 4 times to qualify that lock and put him in Emerald City multi-ball. Which would be the best way to go ahead and try to make these points up.
Very quickly. He's got 1 hit left on that Scarecrow rollover.
And there it is. He goes right into Emerald City.
Picks it up.
Good start. I'm not sure where he's at on the ball letters, but that's just something to look at as well. Oh, looks like it's there already as well. So
Looks like it's actually on. Are they? Yeah, I guess they're blue right now, aren't they?
okay.
So that
Ball
would be-
letters aren't always easy to see. No, it's ready.
What color are they? They
They're
are
green. It's green right now. Every time you hit the ball, it changes colors once you have it completed.
And green would be.
Green, I think, is weak flippers.
Boy.
I think. That's
Okay,
right.
Munchkin loops, trying to get it around. Ooh, makes a second, makes a third, makes 5. Starts his witch hurry up. Gets it up into the twister again. 2,
And I think that's kind of a dangerous play coming out of the munchkin area, flipping for the witch. Lots of times I let it roll down to the flipper rather than getting the ball going side to side like that.
There's something to be said for shooting it over into the haunted forest too. But
that's dangerous as well. But if you have it completed, then you can hold, like you said, you can hold the buttons down, and that will disable the pop bumpers.
Looks like he has no rescue letters. He picks up a C and back down to the lower playfield after picking up the S. So he picks up a quick hurry up there, gets his Storm the Castle ready once again.
Crystal ball is still ready. It's on red right now, which I believe is weak flippers.
No. Green was
tough.
weak flippers. Red is
No, I'm sorry. Red is
Light.
no hold flippers.
it's no hold. Is
believe
yellow
so.
lights on?
I think that's right. And then blue is lights off, if I remember correctly.
Got a rainbow hurry up there.
Oh!
Little flipper failure there.
He might have had a chance to get that back if he just stayed with the machine there.
That's right. You should never take your hands off until you see the bonus count, ladies and gentlemen. And the game finishes with player 3, David Horner, with 67,000, which gives him second place. However, I believe Colin Horner's very large score is greater than the sum of both Joe Said and David Horner's score, which will allow him to steal a point from Joe Said, who finished third place under FSPA rules. So that will be 4 points for Colin Horner, 2 points for David Horner, and 0 points for Joe Said after one game. We are going to take a quick break as we move to the next machine, Twilight Zone, for a head-to-head match between David Horner and Joe Said. Once again, this is William Wolf for the FSPA Pinball, broadcasting live from Town Hall Liquors in College Park, Maryland. All right, welcome back to the FSPA Summer 2014 playoffs, A Division Finals for Town Hall, Maryland. Town Hall in College Park, Maryland. We've got two-player head-to-head match between Joe Said and David Horner on Twilight Zone. Joe Said is player one. Good luck, gentlemen. This Twilight Zone has a fairly tight tilt, but it's also got a very generous kick out from the slot machine, which allows for controlled play, trapping on the left flipper. And Joe Said backhands the left ramp to spell gumball. That lights his locks and his gumball shot. He is trying to make his lock. Oh, and a little bad flipper there. Drains. Gets one mode going. Has a total of 23 million even. David Horner steps up, sips his cold, frosty beverage, adjusts his pants, and settles into a stance. Uses a split leg stance, leaning down over the machine.
He's playing pretty easy, I think. As far as the kick out, like the way the kick out's going, bouncing over from the right flipper to the left, really makes the game much more playable. And because other times when I've had the game here, the kick out wasn't nearly so friendly as this. But now that kick out allows for some really high scores lately. I think Colin put up about 3 billion as a GC, something like that. And that's only been recently with the change in their kick out. So everybody's pretty much going to let the ball bounce over coming out of the slot machine, rather than actually trying to make a play on the fly there, which really allows for good ball control.
He got a lucky bounce there into the player piano, starting his spiral mode. Taps the ball and thinks about it. Looks like he is going
spiral.
for his...
No spiral. Nice bounce pass over to the right. And
taps it. And backhands it into the slot machine.
Super slot.
That's a mode that very few people ever bother shooting for.
I think super slot's worth going for if you have the slot machine lit, because that way you get the super slot award, which is between I think 10 and 20 million, and also another mode to start as well. So if you actually have the slot machine lit, it might be worth going for. But otherwise, I probably wouldn't go for it. Like right now, he has it lit for a couple seconds. Might want to take a one-timer on it, but nope.
No, I believe he is shooting for that lock.
I think so.
He wants to get his first multi-ball going. Of course, the lock shot is a robot shot, and on this Twilight Zone, it is set up to award extra balls. So with FSPA rules, he is allowed one extra ball during a 3-ball game.
So yeah, the extra ball is definitely something you want to consider. Unlike most tournament games or competitive games, the extra ball here in the FSPA is something you want to make sure you take advantage of.
Where he gets his 5th robot and his first multi-ball lock. Kick out with the trap.
If you notice right now, it says the jackpot's 15 million. If David locks another ball into the robot lock up there, then the jackpots will go to 40 million. So he has the option of starting multi-ball right now on the left ramp. And there's that tight tilt.
Yes. Twilight Zone, you really need a fairly tight tilt to make it a good competitive game. If it's too loose, players will take advantage of it.
Well, I set these games up, so they're definitely not going to have a loose tilt for the most part. I'm all in favor of a tight tilt myself. I think that adds to the difficulty of the game, but makes it so that, especially with dot matrix games, the tilt shouldn't be so loose that you can drag the game all over the place, I don't think.
Fair enough. I noticed your Wizard of Oz has a reasonable tilt, unlike the one that was in the A-Bank at Papa. That was a very, very tight tilt.
I heard about that. I wasn't at Papa yet, but yeah, my Wise, I figured because I was charging $1 a game, even more when I first started out, that I would try to give the players at least a chance to save the ball. And I put a ball save on it as well, which is not factory.
So Joe Said is up again with player 1. He is behind. And there he gets his 3rd robot and his first multi-ball lock.
So like I was saying before, you can see the lock, you can see that multi-ball is lit on the left ramp. But if you were to start the multi-ball right now, the jackpots will only be 15 million. It's much preferred to get 2 locks and start multi-ball, and the jackpots will be worth 40 million.
The jackpot, of course, will be in the player piano in the upper right-hand corner, shot usually with the upper left-hand flipper, that short little thumb flipper up there.
30-second delay.
David Horner now up, giving the machine a little bit of time to rest. Starting off with a commanding 13 million point lead. There's his second multi-ball lock and his 6th robot towards the extra ball at 9. Here comes the kick out, and he shoots it up into the unlit camera. He adds a jet bumper and gets him in control. He now shoots it up there. He's going to try to start a load with his player piano, which gives him battle with the power away.
So right now he's probably looking to start multi-ball. He's probably trying to backhand that left ramp, but no, he goes to the right ramp instead.
Well, you know, the power, if he scores it, gives him a worth more panel, but if not, that's 7.5 million towards his bonus. Yeah.
But it also puts it into the bumpers of death over there, which is it gives you a decent chance at the left out lane, so it's something to consider. Now we might see a backhand to that left ramp.
Now he'll go for the robot lock shot to start the
You're both wrong. And no left ramp yet. I like shooting the left ramp because that way on the first kick out, you get a shot on the fly. It kicks the ball out to the upper left flipper and gives you a shot on the jackpot right on the fly at the beginning of the multi-ball.
But he can't get a hold control of the ball and drains. However, 10 million bonus gives him nearly double Joe Saeed's score. Going into ball 3, Joe Saeed letting the machine rest a little bit. Steps up. Joe Saeed favors a forward lean step.
So really nobody's put up many points yet. It's anybody's game right now. I mean, anything less than 200 or 300 million on this Twilight Zone really isn't that much. So I'm looking for somebody to have a breakout third ball here, and hopefully Joe will put some points up right now.
Lights the camera with the slot machine. Oh, he can't quite get it under control there.
I think he really needs to hit that left ramp. Well, left ramp. Or slot. That works too.
Hits it into somehow bounce it off the post into the machine. There we go.
There we go.
5 robots and starts his multi-ball.
Very good.
During multi-ball, you can continue to shoot robot shots while advancing towards light action.
That'd definitely be a good idea. There's one drain. There's 2 drains.
And he picks up the penny jackpot.
That was almost not what he wanted to do because he had 2 drains. If he had not gotten the jackpot, it would have given him a chance to shoot the lock shot to restart multi-ball. But as it stands right now, he gets that 1 jackpot and that ends multi-ball.
Pinball is loaded. I'm unable to see where we are now with the power ball, but I imagine it is still in the pinball machine. He does a good trap on the left flipper.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Unfortunately, it doesn't pull it into his bonus, but unfortunately, he did pick up that all-important jackpot.
Now our angle is all skewed. I don't know.
Give me one moment, and I'll see what I can about that. Hold on.
All right, Wolf's going to take care of that. Yeah, Joe just calling the game to the right there. And nope, there, we got it back now. It's nice and straight. But yeah, Joe, at least he got into multi-ball and got that 1 jackpot, so at least he's making David put something up here. He'll have to get about 65 million in order to pass Joe. And wisely, David is letting the machine calm down right now. That tilt bob is probably still swinging back and forth pretty fast. This TZ does have a pretty tight tilt on it, so you're not going to get away with a big slide like that, most likely. David's still waiting, letting it calm down. It looks like David has multi-ball ready with 2 locks already locked. So if he were to start multi-ball, he'd be in really good shape right now. It'd probably just take about a jackpot, and 2 jackpots would definitely take the win. But 1 jackpot would put him right up there near Joe's score if he were to go into multi-ball and score 1 jackpot. And there we go. Multi-ball started. 2 more robots to light extra ball.
Just needed a jackpot here to put him over.
He'll need about a jackpot and another 15-20 million or so.
Each of the stand-ups adds 5 million to the jackpot, if I recall correctly, right?
That's right. And lit stand-ups are also worth 10 million in regular play, even though they say 5 million. It's one of those weird things in pinball. So extra ball is lit from the robots.
Very nice trapping that ball as the right flipper. Ooh, almost loses it. No, loses it. Helper.
Spiral helper.
And gets his jackpot.
Big jackpot. Nice.
That should put him in the lead, but does not give him enough yet to actually steal the point.
Big 70 million jackpot. 9.3 million on the odd change there. So he's looking to triple Joe's score.
That's right. Under FSPA rules, in a 2-player match, the point can be stolen from the lower player if he scores triple.
And has David picked up that extra ball yet? I think it's...
There it is.
Oh,
He just shot it. And
good. Good. All right, so David's in pretty good shape now. He's got the extra ball. He can feel confident and relaxed and maybe get into another multi-ball and get the triple Joe's score.
That would be very bad for Joe because he really needs at least some points going into his other head-to-head match as well as the final 3-player match.
Absolutely.
That 0 on game 1 really hurt him.
Yeah, things worked out really well for Colin in the first game. He had enough to get past David and Joe combined.
Ooh, there's another big jackpot. How much did he have in the award up to now?
80 million.
Nice. 236. Needs another about 80 million to get that triple score. That would just be another jackpot. Of course, power field.
Looks like David was going with a quick tap method there on the power field. Ended up in a center drain. The power field, like you say, it can be lucrative, but it also can put you at risk for a center drain like we saw there, or lots of times a left out lane off the pop bumpers.
Oh, he gets his extra ball and a chance at making triple score. He looks like he needs 357 million.
So he needs about another 101 million to go ahead and get that extra point off Joe and make it a 4-0 instead of a 3-1.
So that would be another spell gumball, light the locks, and go for jackpots again. Alternately, he could... Sorry, we're taking a break. There's a pool game going on right next door.
Yeah, that wasn't us trying to point something on the play field there. That was a pool cue being pushed back and forth over the glass there. We are at Town Hall. They have pool tables here as well as pinball machines in close proximity, so sometimes you have to give way to one or the other. Looks like David's a long way from starting that multi-ball. I say a long way, but it really only takes about 7 or 8 shots to get back into the regular main multi-ball.
That's right.
And you're always looking at where the power ball is at as well. I mean, he could be close to that also.
There he goes, gets his 10 million door panel award, bringing up to 269 million. Shoots the power ramp and into the player piano to get his super skill shot. Now if he shoots the left ramp, the gum ramp, it will drop the ball down into the plunger lane again and allow him to plunge for a skill shot, a super skill shot, which could give him a light extra ball. However, he cannot play that extra ball. Do you remember what the other awards are? I never ever play for anything else.
Red is like the power field. Orange, I want to say, is like the out lanes, which is special and extra ball, and then yellow would be
light out lanes, battle power.
Yellow would be to actually light the extra ball. But in competitive play, you're pretty much going to just plunge right through all of that because it's not worth putting the ball in the pop bumpers and risking that left out lane.
I don't know. It depends on how many door panels you have. That battle of the powers is very lucrative. And here comes the power ball. This is a
Bounces over.
non-ferrous ball of a slightly smaller diameter.
The ceramic ball is a little bit lighter. And he missed on the first shot. He had a good clean shot at it with the left flipper, but missed.
So now he's going to probably go for a post pass over No, shoots the ramp instead. Gets his camera lit from his robots and gets the power ball into the gumball for multi-ball.
Yeah, David's in really good shape right now. If he can get a jackpot, it'll be all over. And he's picking up points along the way. I think it's 750,000 a switch.
There's his replay. That means he got 322 million, and still going. He's got one ball up in the power field.
Get it up there. Come on.
Power field has magnetic flippers.
Oh.
Instead of
Oh.
actual flippers.
Oh. There it is. No. Oh, so close. He kept getting the ball right below the hole up there.
That's a 26 million power field, which he will collect if he does not tilt. And he gets it up into the power again.
Man.
Building on both balls up into the power. Oh, drains one. Keeps going.
David.
There's 37 million in his power field. And there's the jackpot.
Very nice.
Now, if that had been the Powerball, that would have been doubled, but 50 million is still a hefty award.
No, that's not right.
The Powerball, that's in regular multi-ball. That's the case. The Powerball is not going to be in play in Powerball Mania because
But you could get it in.
No, it's in the gumball.
you locked it back up. And then, Wolf, you're right. Like you're right in regular multi-ball. If you have the Powerball in play and you shoot in the Piano jackpot, that is doubled then.
That's
Yes.
the double one? Okay.
Plus, the Powerball wouldn't work on the mini playfield because it's magnetic.
Hey, you make so much sense, Steve.
Too much sense.
Too much sense. You could count it off the rubbers and then try to push it up there, but that would not work on this one probably because there's just too much tilt.
Now that's 100 million Powerball Mania, 106 million Powerball Mania.
So if he doesn't tilt, he would get the 4 points.
That's correct.
He hasn't collected that 100 million yet. That's in bonus. So if he were to let the ball drain right now and collect his bonus, then he would have 3 times plus what Joe has. So it looks like he's playing it out. It's always best to actually see the score up there and make sure you have that win before you just let the ball drain, I think.
There's his greed targets. Now for a timed mode, the greed targets are worth 5 million, and they increase by 5 each time you hit one.
This mode's also collected in bonus. It's not probably something I would shoot for the stand-ups. Those are some risky shots, but you tend to just pick those up along the way as you keep the ball in play.
That's right, and it's a good mode to have going. It stays on during multi-ball.
Absolutely.
Comes the spiral helper for the camera. Camera, of course, giving
20
million. That, of course, will also give him his points necessary to steal. So he can tilt now and still take his 4-point victory.
Yeah, nice third ball by David. He came from a long way down and put up about 300 million so far on this ball. Like I said at the beginning, that kick out from the slot machine really makes a big difference. The kick outs on machines make so much difference in how easy or hard the game is to play. And this one is it's just going to feed the ball to the left flipper every time. It really makes it so that you can control the ball.
Yeah, especially in Twilight Zone, that the ball comes out of that kick out a lot. The slot machine.
Scores of times during a good game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kaboom! David Horner finishes 503 million points on Twilight Zone here. Town Hall Liquors in College Park, Maryland. I am William Wolf here with Chris Newsom and Steve Jonke. Sorry, Yonke.
In notorious PG County, right across the street from University of Maryland on Route 1. So that was the second game in the A Division playoffs. So right now the score is, since Colin won that first game, he got 4 points for that game. And then David picked up 2 points for his first game, and then 4 points for that game, putting him at 6 points. And Joe unfortunately got a 0 in his first game and a 0 on Twilight Zone as well. Of course, Colin's only played 1 game, but so far the standings are David Horner 6, Colin Horner 4, and Joe Saeed 0. Still got some more pinball games to play. I'm watching Wolf set up the next game. I'm not sure quite where they're going to next. I know that Strikes and Spares and Attack from Mars were picked by this group. I don't think anybody picked AC/DC. All right, so we're going to go to Doctor Who next. And I think Colin picked that game. And it'll be another 2-player game, if I'm not mistaken. Doctor Who is one of my favorite games from that era. This one that I have here, right now, the O is quite easy to hit, so you'll probably see a lot of people just looping that O over and over and over again, which isn't always the most fun way to play the game, but it certainly is a way to put up a good score pretty safely. The multi-ball, I think, is a lot more fun to play, but it's very, very much a risk-reward type of situation. Where you're not really going to be guaranteed any jackpots or even putting up that many points necessarily in multi-ball. So I expect to see a lot of players going to that H shot and then shooting the O and O and O over again, setting up the sonic boom, and then shooting the WHO. I guess we'll see if that's actually how they play it out. And I'm looking at this A Division score sheet right now. It looks like Colin would be playing Joe Saeed, and that was, like I said, Colin's choice of game to play against Joe. Colin's a very controlled player, and I think Doctor Who is probably a pretty good choice for him because Doctor Who delivers the ball down to the flippers and gives him a chance to go ahead and just start shooting the shots right off the bat. We're moving the equipment over to the Doctor Who right now. And I'm looking at the B Division results so far. It looks like John took first on strikes and spares, going 3-2-1 over Eden and Brian. And then Eden took Brian 3-1 in the second game on Doctor Who. And then John won on AC/DC against Brian, taking him 3-1. In round 4, John played Eden on Adam's Family and put up a 29 million to Eden's 54 million. So Eden got him 3-1 on that game. The next game we're going to play in the B Division is Twilight Zone, and all 3 players are going to play that game. Looks like they're setting that up right now too. My guess is that John picked that game. So David, any thoughts on that game in Twilight Zone you just played? Had a good comeback there on ball 3.
Well, it's nice to go second on that game or go last, and have the opportunity to know what your opponent has. It's a long playing game the way that kick out is, so
definitely.
that was the big thing. Is just Joe seeing what his score was and being able to come through and start the multi-ball on ball 3, which led to the extra ball, which just led to getting the 4. So that's definitely what I need in a heads-up situation if I'm going to have a chance here.
Right. So when you went into that multi-ball, you were considering where that extra ball was at for sure, right?
It was in the back of my mind, but mostly I was just concerned with just getting over, just getting the 3 at first.
So once you got that first jackpot, you were thinking, then it kind of lifted the weight off your shoulders, and then you could go for extra ball.
Exactly. I knew I was there, and then I just saw the extra ball was lit. It just sort of happened. Wasn't really thinking about it, but just hitting the ramps just came. So that's what led to it. So that's. Again, you just have to be patient with that game and control. Used to kick out over and over and over, but good result for me. Right.
You had some nice big jackpots there, 70 and 80 million, and then good Powerball Mania as well, like 100 and something in Powerball Mania.
Yeah, no, I probably demonstrated more skill with the bottom flippers when I had a ball up there than I normally would to get it, to get 2 balls up there. So that was nice. It was nice to have a good Powerball for once in what seems like forever.
Well, congratulations and good luck with the rest of this playoffs.
Thank you. I'll need it.
All right, so it looks like we're about to get it started here on Doctor Who. We're lining up the equipment here. We got the playfield almost centered. And now we have the dot matrix in view. All right. Yeah, so there's a few different ways to play Doctor Who. A person can go for the video modes, which can be a lucrative but kind of a grind type of strategy. You can also go for the WHOs and shoot those in combos, and eventually they'll be worth 12 million points each if you have 4 times playfield multiplier. But let's see where Joe is going right now. It looks like he chose Dr. 6, which is a playfield multiplier, but had an early drain there.
I chose to drain. Right?
Well, the drains do happen. It's part of the game, unfortunately. Okay, so Colin chooses Dr. 6 as well, meaning that every time he shoots the O ramp, instead of giving him an additional half X on the playfield multiplier, he'll get a full 1 times additional on the playfield multiplier. He goes ahead and locks 1 ball quickly. He's already up to 4x playfield. So every shot after he's in 4x playfield to the O ramp is worth 1 million, which in this game really isn't worth very many points.
But he's working towards Sonic Boom.
Absolutely.
Just got here.
So there's his 10 ramps, he's in Sonic Boom, and complete Sonic Boom, just like that. And going back for more ramps. So every 10 ramps his player shoots, every 10 O ramps will start Sonic Boom, which is a timed mode where the W, H, and O are worth 10 million each, times whatever the playfield multiplier is, which typically will be 4x at that point. He's still in 4x playfield right now, as you can see. The 4x is flashing, but he's hitting the O ramp enough that he never has gotten out of 4x playfield since he started it. And million. And million.
Another Sonic Boom.
Right back into Sonic Boom. He's not shooting the W because on the fly the W can be a little bit dangerous, but when he had the ball caught on the left flipper, that was a good time to shoot the W. So a pretty good start from Colin there. He started a few Sonic Booms. Looks like his score is around 163 million. So now Joe knows what he has to do. He's chosen Dr. 7, which gives him extra multi-ball potential. It gives him an extra shot off the time expander every time he hits it, but he hasn't even raised the playfield up to that level yet.
Not on every Doctor Who, but on this Doctor Who, each time you pick a doctor and hit that doctor gets locked in.
Right, that's default settings, and I find that more interesting to play, especially as a location game. I mean, the games here aren't only league games, they're also games that people have to play, or people would hopefully want to play during the week, so only giving them 1 doctor throughout the game, unless they earn extras, I thought was a little stingy, a little bit tight.
I think it's more fun that way.
I agree. Colin's going right back to the Sonic Boom strategy, and as we've seen, Doctor Who is a pretty unforgiving game. On the side drains. The side out lanes are pretty brutal in Doctor Who. Alright, so ball 3 for Joe. Chooses Dr. 1, which gives him extra video mode and escape letters. There was a lock from Joe. And man, those drains, those out lanes are just nasty on Doctor Who. Just eating the ball up. So it looked like Joe going for multi-ball there, but didn't get the locks he needed. And Colin doesn't need to play his third ball. He just plunges it. And that's the end of that game. Colin getting a 4-0 over Joe. So after after Colin has played 2 games, and after David has played 2 games, and Joe has played 3 games, the standings are at Colin 8, David 6, and Joe 0.
Joe's played both his head-to-head matches now, which means that the best that he can do is win 4 points on the final game, straight spares, and that would still put him in 3rd place.
Right, so Joe just has 1 game left, and as Wolf said, that's going to be the final game on strikes and spares. Our next game is going to be Attack from Mars, and the Horner brothers will play each other on that game. I think that Colin would be going second and David will be going first most likely, because I think Colin has order of play privilege on that game. Attack from Mars is a great tournament game, I think, a great competitive game. Many different ways to play Attack from Mars for big points. If a person is willing to go after the saucer right up the middle over and over again, that's a way to score a lot of points quickly, but that saucer is a very bad center drain risk. And even the shield protecting the saucer causes a lot of drains as well. So my guess is we'll see a lot of players going for the first 2 saucers, which will light extra ball, but after that probably not going for the saucer quite as much. I would say that going for regular multi-ball is a really good way to play Attack from Mars for medium points, and going for Total Annihilation is a way to play for even bigger points, but requires more shots to get that started. We're moving the equipment over here from one side of the town hall to the other, from Doctor Who to my left all the way over to Attack from Mars on the right. They'll be right behind some people playing pool, so we might see some pool people interference like we saw in the Twilight Zone just a few minutes ago. Checking in with the B division, it looks like they're still playing Twilight Zone, and Eden is playing right now. It's ball 1. He's player 3. It doesn't look like anybody's put up too many points on Twilight Zone yet. Trying to get a better view here. Yeah, they're just getting started on that Twilight Zone game. Player 3, ball 1. We got the A players moving over to the Attack from Mars. And Attack from Mars is just a great game for casual players and really experienced players. I mean, the call-outs on it are funny, and the game is pretty drainy, especially the way I have it set up with the out lanes wide open. The tilt on Attack from Mars is, again, it's a pretty tight tilt, so you're not going to get away with a huge slide save probably on Attack from Mars. I got Colin Horner over here beside me. I was wondering if he would have any thoughts about the Attack from Mars game you're about to play.
Well, I said the out lanes, you just almost feels like you can't save it out of those out lanes. You're going to need to, just keep it going up, down. You can make center saves. It's a strict tilt, but you can often get away with one hard shove per ball. It's going to come down to whoever's going to be making shots, I think.
Any inside guidance on your strategy here for this Attack from Mars game?
I'm just going to be trying to open up the saucer and then getting the 3 locks and starting multi-ball, rinse and repeat is what I'm going to be trying to do. If I can get past that second saucer and get to where I'm getting the 3 locks and then a very lucrative saucer going all the way through as I play multi-ball with it, then I'll be set up. But getting through that second saucer is often the real trick with this strategy.
Yeah, especially with the FSPA rules, you definitely want to take advantage of that extra ball if you can make that happen. Like I was saying earlier, I don't really think additional saucers would be the way that I would play it, because the saucer is so risky. But if you have it open in multi-ball, definitely is a good time to hit it. Do you play for Total Annihilation much, or do you mostly just go for the regular multi-ball?
I usually play for just the regular multi-ball because I always find the right ramp to be difficult. So it's getting that particular one often will get in the way. I'll be bricking and draining. With the lock, you only really have to get locked into one shot, and you can just ride that all the way to multi-ball.
I agree, the right ramp is probably the hardest shot in the game, and I think with this game you can probably bump over the lock shot after the lock kick out comes over to the left flipper, bump it over to the right, and then try to shoot the lock shot again for this lighting the second multi-ball.
That's absolutely right. So you only have to bump it over. You hope to bump it to the right spot that you get the right flow, that it's right at the correct part of the flipper to hit the lock shot immediately. If you hit it not far enough, then it'll be difficult. And if you hit it too far, it can be an easier shot on the flow than from a trapped flipper, from a ball trapped on the flipper.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I would definitely bump it over from the left or right. Most Attack from Mars you can do that on. It seems to kick the ball out off the wire form nice and quick to where that you can bump it over from left to right and even right to left lots of times as well. Well, good luck in your game here against David, and we'll be looking for you to get that extra ball, the second saucer, and get some big super jackpots.
I'm hoping so anyway.
All right, thanks for Colin Horner for stopping by. We'll see if he does what he's planning on doing there, which was going to regular multi-ball and lighten that extra ball off the second saucer. Looks like we've got the video up for it now. As you can see, Attack from Mars is a pretty big fan game. The shots are just laid out from left to right. 2 orbits, 2 ramps, and then there's also a lock ramp, which is just to the right of the left ramp, and then the big saucer in the middle, which, like I said before, is worth lots of points, but is a very risky shot.
These guys are really good players.
I got Joe Saeed with me right here. Just trying to get a few comments from him.
Yo, guys, kind of failing right now. These guys are really good players in league. I think they practice a little bit. But Colin should maybe blow this up here. I guess this is his pick. He picks this game, and then the next game will be strikes and spares. Dave's not scared, though.
Oh, definitely not. I think Attack from Mars is a game where all these players can blow it up on any given ball. But it's also a very drainy, the out lanes are very, very drainy. They're wide open. And maybe not quite as drainy as Doctor Who on the out lanes, but it's still very much a side out lane risk at any moment when the ball is going left to right in the slings. So Attack from Mars seems to be a game that you see a lot in tournaments as well. I think it has very balanced scoring, which is one of the reasons why you see it in the tournament so much. And there's always a potential to really put up a really big score with total annihilation if a player is able to get into that mode. Okay, we're about to get this game started. We've got both the credits up there, and 2-player game has been started. David steps up to the game. We're going to see if he goes for the super skill shot or the regular skill shot. The super skill shot is when you hold the left flipper down and press the start button, the plunger button, and it kicks the ball all the way around. David instead...
The guy went for the standard skill shot but didn't. So he rolled over because he only has to stab.
I couldn't tell. Nice tap from left to right there by David. David really has nice ball control, and he's really, both him and Colin are good at tap passes, even on the modern games, which a lot of players do that on the older games, but you don't see it as much quite on the newer games. So it looks like he's shaking the game a lot by looking at the DMD portion of the screen here, but you really can't shake it but so much and get away with not tilting on this Attack from Mars. That's true. Yeah, unfortunately the lockdown bar is a little loose on this game, and I wasn't able to tighten it up prior to them playing it, so that's why it's showing us shaking so much there. He's not really doing very much to make it shake like that.
It looks like we have a typo from one of our scorekeepers here. He's going to be sacked momentarily. I certainly hope so. One shot towards the atomic blaster in the orbit there. Starts his Martian attack. Wow, that was a really harsh kick out from the stroke of luck. Bouncing off the flipper and out the out lane. Still, he's got a saucer destroyed. He's got 400 million, which is not the worst first ball I've ever seen on this game, certainly.
So I didn't really see what happened with that kick out. Did he just let it bounce over and it went right into the right out lane?
That's right. And
wow.
It hit the upper part of the flipper there where it starts to round around. And got a lot of altitude up over the slingshot now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Lots of times you can just let that bounce over from left to right on most attacks. And lots of times you can drop catch that kick out as well.
I do like the drop catch. This one, for some reason, we have a fairly. Ooh, there's that wide open outline, like you mentioned.
He lobbed it right into that outlane. Man.
All right, player 1, ball 2, 493 million. Once again, this is FSPA 2014 Summer Finals at Town Hall Lakers in College Park, Maryland. I'm your host, Willie Wolf. With me is my guest, Chris Newsom, who is the owner-operator of the 8 Fine Games here.
Hey. And pretty weak ball one from both players. David at least did get a saucer knocked down, which puts him that much closer to getting that second saucer extra ball lit. Looks like he has the saucer open right now and is getting some hits on it. That's 2 dangers and no tilt, but the left out lane. Oh, man.
We have a question from the audience. This looks like it's from Steve Bowden in New York City, host of Fun with Bonus. He wants to know, is Stroke of Luck set to non-tournament or deterministic mode?
I don't know exactly the answer to that. I'm like 85% sure that I have it to just regular Stroke of Luck default type of factory settings. The reason I do that is because if I set this one to tournament, this is ROM 1.0. If it's set to tournament, it's going to give out 50 million every time, which is very boring, I think.
And you do not get the stroke.
Absolutely,
which
right.
I think is fairly critical to a good long game of Attack from Mars.
That's just part of the game. You don't want to miss out on, I mean, why should there not be any strobe? That's part of the beauty of Attack from Mars. So, right, it definitely, with the 1.0 ROMs, I don't like the tournament mode. I realize that the randomness makes it so that it's not maybe as league friendly, but I have to consider that it's a location game as well. So I want the players to be able to experience all the Attack from Mars features.
That's right. So we're seeing a lot of really good live passes from the right to the left, kicking out of that lock. So that makes it a very safe, easy game to repeat your lock shots on. So that is why I actually prefer playing the multi-ball strategy on your Attack from Mars rather than the Total Annihilation one. Now that is not always the case with an Attack from Mars, of course. The return from the lock to the left flipper is not always conducive to doing those live passes.
Right, and we see Colin in multi-ball right now. He's picked off a few jackpots. Looks like he has the left ramp left and the right orbit. That's all I'm seeing left. And the lock. Okay, there's a big glare there, so I couldn't see that one. He picks up the extra ball during multi-ball, which is always a nice thing to do, because you can pick it up from behind the Stroke of Luck as well as actually shooting it from the front.
And that's a quick inflation to 1.6 billion on his score with that multi-ball. And he gets the light lock award out of the Stroke of Luck. Yes, it does indeed look like that Stroke of Luck is set to factory defaults. With the live pass over, shooting the lock again.
And this is what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to pick off that second saucer, then try to play some more multi-ball. So he's doing just what he said he was going to do for his strategy. And like we talked about, that bump over from left to right is very much there. And once you get dialed in on that lock shot, that multi-ball can be pretty easy to get right back into. It's just 6 shots.
And I believe on default code it is always just 6 shots now after the first time through.
That's correct. I've never seen it to be anything other than that, really. But I haven't played in a lot of tournaments lately, so maybe people are setting it to something other than that. But
I believe I have seen it at least in one place where you had to light the light lock shot to light the lock to shoot the lock.
Wow.
So
9 shots then?
That is correct. 9 shots to start your third multi-ball. That does make the multi-ball strategy a little more difficult in top-level play.
No doubt.
But the first 2, of course, would be easy, and then by that time you're probably at least most of the way through your first annihilation if you haven't already completed it.
Yeah, I really like going for Total Annihilation when I'm playing for a big score. Like on location, trying to get up a GC or something, I go for Annihilation over and over again. But I think the proper strategy in a playoff game like this is the regular multi-ball. I like that strategy.
We have a slight camera malfunction. We'll try to take care of that as soon as this ball ends.
Yeah, like I said before, this lockdown bar, it's loose, and I wasn't able to get it tightened down. Somebody just pointed it out to me right before this game, and didn't really have a chance to get that taken care of. This is not the most pristine attack from Mars, and it's been around a while, but we make it work here at Town Hall. It's seen a lot of play here. So, we're now getting a better view of that dot matrix, and we can see the score is going up to 3.1 billion. Attack from Mars being one of the highest scoring pinball machines around. At the time Attack from Mars was built, it seemed like the scores on machines kept going up and up and up, and eventually they got to the tens and even possibly hundreds of billions, and I've even heard of people scoring trillion plus on Giant Mnemonic, which is pretty crazy. Compared to something like Wizard of Oz, where $1 million would be a good game. But Colin's back with the ball in play, and ball on the right flipper.
Ball save is set to very, very difficult. After the first ball, there's pretty much no ball save from either of the attempts at the ball launch.
That's right.
Stays in the pop bumpers at any length for any length of time. The ball save times out.
And I think it depends somewhat upon whether you choose to go for the super skill shot or not. I think if you go for the super skill shot, then you have less ball save in future balls. But I'm pretty sure I think I tried to turn the ball save all the way off at one point, and it still wouldn't go all the way off. So this might be where we're at on this attack from Mars, that I turned it down just to as little ball save as possible. I'm not really a fan of ball save myself, and especially in a competitive game. I'm not really a fan of ball saves in the newer games.
Certainly when the newest games come out, I'd like to see the ball save on them just to give you a chance to learn how the game plays rather than be forced to pump lots of money into it.
I can see that point of view as well. I'm just thinking as a competitive player, all the times you see where your opponent got the ball saved just because he lost the ball a second or two before you lost your ball, doesn't always seem the most fair way for a person to win a game, potentially.
Power outlay that causes the ball to run up the other side instead of going down the drain, taking the ball save too long, certainly. It's pretty harsh. So, yeah, ball saves for general play and for competitive play, removing the ball saves for the upper level competition.
Right, I would agree with that. And like I said before, I put the ball save on the Wizard of Oz, where the default I think was no ball save, just because I wanted to give players a chance to play the Wizard of Oz, and charging $1 a game as well. I felt like I could give them a better bang for their buck.
Okay. There's over 4 billion points after 2 balls plus an extra ball for Colin. David Warner steps up. It looks like he's got around 835 million going into ball 3. He still has all of his locks lit for his first multi-ball. He has not finished off his second saucer yet, so he still has that extra ball available to him. Seems like he's pretty far away from Annihilation multi-ball. So,
oh yeah,
I believe ball 3, the goal is to start multi-ball. Start multi-ball, and please start multi-ball.
I would definitely try to start some multi-ball, and that's what David's going right after. That's ball 1 locked. Got the ball on the right flipper. That's ball 2 locked.
And of course, the other thing to keep in mind is to keep lighting your strokes of luck. Because the strokes of luck in factory settings give you some very good things, including getting your video mode and your strobe multi-ball.
And if you actually happen to get 10 strokes of luck, then that'll light extra ball as well. So it leads to many good things. You're right. So David in good shape now is for this, doing exactly what he wanted to do, getting into multi-ball.
And he looks like he's crushing his saucer in order to get that extra
it's
ball
lit.
Which is now lit. It's a jackpot.
Extra ball. Definitely good for that extra ball. All right.
He's got his extra ball, so he's definitely got a fighting chance now. He's nailed quite a few jackpots.
Oh.
I believe Colin left 3 on the table, and it looks like there's only 2 left here.
Oh,
there's one.
There's a big fat grace period. Did he?
Does not get the combo grace period.
Nice save there.
Save. And a drop catch and a cradle. Now he do best to let things chill off on that machine. That tilt is very tight, and he's probably got that tilt bob swaying pretty hard now.
Oh yeah, he's doing the right thing here, letting the tilt bob settle down. And because it's always a shame when you get leftovers from a earlier tilt, whether it's your own tilt or somebody else's. Nice post pass, or tap pass, I think it was. Hard to see sometimes here. So now we'll see where he's going to go. Maybe he'll go back to multi-ball. Looks like he's hitting some saucer. The shield.
David's thoughts are kill saucers for those big points.
That's going to take a lot of doing. That's, the saucer's worth a lot of points, but I think he's down, about 2.5, 3 billion right now. And I would like to see him get back into multi-ball.
There's a 100,000 for 100 million for his hurry up. Where he gets another hurry up started. It looks like he's shooting his right ramp for.
He's got 3 shots left for annihilation. One right orbit and 2 right ramps. So.
And he gets his second hurry up going. He collects it for a fat 500 million.
Sweet.
Bringing him up to 2 points. It's hard to read with the crossbar jumping around. 2.8 million.
Okay, so he's making a game of it. He is very close to annihilation. He might just go for that on the super skill shot and try to hit the right ramp on the super skill shot on the fly, and put him right into annihilation. Otherwise, he'll have to hit that right ramp twice.
One shot or two, he gets the ball to himself faster if he goes for the super skill shot. Look, he also has the Martian attack lit mode, which if he can get going, he can still shoot for his total annihilation.
And that might be a good strategy as well. Well, let's see where he goes.
There's the stroke of luck. Gives him +5 bonus X. That'll help in the end with the few points he might need to put him over. And very nice drop catch. Shoots the orbit, trying to shoot the ramp. Oh. Gets 3 in his. Oh, there's the tilt.
He probably had to go for that. I mean, it was definitely going down the middle the way I saw it.
And he was losing one way or the other. So.
Yeah. He had a shot at it there if he could have started the Martian attack multi-ball and then gotten into annihilation. I think he might have been able to make a good run at Colin's score. But as it stands,
Colin has won this game. He is now needs over 9 billion, and if he wants to try to steal his brother David's point. He's got his super jets going. That's one step closer towards ruling the universe, of course. Looks like he has the stroke of luck, and he drains. Still, Colin Murray picks up 3 points, and David Murray picks up 1. That puts Colin at a clinch for first place.
So the way I had it is Colin at 11 and David would be at 7, right? So even if David got 4 on the final game and then Colin got 0, it would still, the tiebreaker would be that game we just watched right there, the head-to-head game. So Colin has effectively clinched the win right there.
Yes, in fact, with that, there is no actual need to play the third or the 5th and final game.
So are they going to do it or not, though?
You
guys going to play?
We're gonna ask you, but if you want, make good TV. Make some more interesting stakes, maybe.
All right. Well, then let me cut this camera over, and I'll work on moving that over. While I do that, why don't we go ahead and announce where we are again?
I mean, I'm all for plans.
I think we should leave it on Mars.
Oh, you know. Oh, this.
Okay, the silence does not mean we have stopped broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen. We're just readjusting the cameras here. Please give us 1 moment. We're going to play the final game on strikes and spares. Even though the standings have been decided, the gentlemen are going to play for honor and for your amusement. And here we are in a 3-player game of strikes and spares. The advantage of player 1 is that the B rollover lane is lit for a strike, which would advance the frame and increase the value of the saucer that's at the top right. And Joe Saeed gets a quick drain. Strikes and spares here at Town Hall Liquors in College Park, Maryland is set to 5-ball, which means that there is no extra ball available to the players. They get the 5 balls allotted to them. They will need them because strikes and spares is a very drainy game.
Brutal outland there.
Yes, it was. A mere 2,000 points for David Horner, bringing Colin Horner up to as player 3, ball 1.
You're definitely going to get a lot of house balls and strikes and spares. It's always expect to get a couple in a 5-ball game probably when I'm playing this strikes and spares. It's not very steep. The legs that I have on it doesn't make for a very steep game. As you'll see, the ball floats up in there around the rollovers a lot. But that means it probably gives it a lot of side-to-side action that might not happen if it was a little bit steeper.
For those of you unfamiliar with the rules of this game, the center rollover can be lit for a strike, which completes a frame and advances the value of the right saucer. It also activates the spinner on the left for 1,000 per spin. When it's unlit, that spinner is only worth 10 points per spin.
So getting that B up top, that B rollover up top is critical. That's one of the main shots of this game, getting that B. If it's lit for a strike, that's even better, but just the B lights the spinner for 1,000 a spin. I think right now he does not have the B, so he's...
There it goes.
There, now he does, though, and he got the strike.
That's right. He got the strike, and the spinner lit while it was still spinning, so he got some of those spinner thousands.
Nice
And
lift.
as you can see, Colin is pretty much an expert at the tap pass.
Yeah, he's got nice ball control. I like it.
Tap pass is reasonably easy on this game. It's not the easiest game to do it. There he gets the A, B, and C rollovers, which advances his bonus X, another big scoring point. He also lit his extra ball on the in lanes by spelling spare on the stand-up targets on the right. Ooh. However, if he collects that extra ball, which he did not, he would have had to plunge it and not play it.
His strike value is still only at 5,000, so he's leaving the door open for other players to jump in there, advance that strike value up to around 20,000, and start hitting some saucer over there for 20K each. And there's a strike.
There's a strike and a B rollover and the ABC. So he has his, with one plunge, he gets his bonus X at 2. He lights his spinner and he advances the value of the saucer on the right. However, he is unable to get control of the ball, and if he can't do that, then he cannot shoot that spinner for the spinner thousands.
See what he does here.
Tap pass, ooh, a little too hard. So he shoots it up. He gets another strike.
Strike was lit, yes.
So
Strikes are at 10,000 now.
ooh, his tap pass is not looking good. He's hitting that just a little too hard.
He gets it on the right anyway.
He's almost looks like he's trying to shats it rather than tap pass.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
Oh, and there's that right out lane. The tops of the slingshots really brutal. There's nothing for it to bounce off of like on a stern game. It's going to try to roll out to the out lane if it hits the top of that slingshot.
Right, and those side out lanes are just wood right there. So once it hits them, it kind of just deadens the ball. It's hard to get it out of there once you've hit the side right above the out lane.
Nice trap for David Horner. Shoots it up to the top, trying to get it down.
Dude, where's that B? No B.
But he picks up the C rollover.
And that left to right is just nasty on this game. He gets it out of that area, which is what you want to do.
And there's the A rollover, but he can't get the friendly bounce up the B rollover to light his spinner or complete his 2x bonus.
And as you can see, the strike light is above the B light, and it goes and alternates back and forth to on and off. You want to get the B rollover when the strike is lit, and that'll advance your strike value and give you a strike for whatever place the strike is lit for as well. Let's see what he does here. He tries to get it back up top. It says slingshots Wolf was talking about, and they just took it right to the left out lane. Man.
And a drain. So after 2 balls, David Horner has 23,000.
Strike is lit. Will he get it there? No. But he gets the saucer, which is 5,000.
And
the saucer does not advance
advance.
the strike value, but it does give you this 3,000 in bonus and the whatever the strike value is.
Ooh. Nice bounce over, gets control of it. Oh, and he cannot make that spinner rip.
But he got the spare. He actually completed all 10 of the rollovers in the middle of the play field, and that has the same effective value as getting a strike. It advances the strike value and gives you the points for whatever strike you were on.
Beautiful tap pass. Oh, but misses the spinner. Oh, gets a couple of hits on the spinner.
Oh, nice.
Very nice tap. Oh, can't and drains. Still, he got a few points, and he's got a commanding lead over Joe Saeed's 40,000 there. That looks like 100.
Definitely reachable.
Oh yeah, this is any one good ball in this game, you can put up 500,000 or more. It's definitely within anybody's reach.
We had several people in league actually roll the machine, getting over 1 million points. This is ball 3 of 5.
And there's that house
and
ball.
There's that house ball. That's okay. He still has 2 balls to play. David Horner steps up, plunges the ball, tries to give it a nudge, but can't quite get it, and drops down the C.
Kind of risky putting it up the middle there, but gets control of it.
Oh, does not go for the tap pass, gets the saucer instead, which is not lit currently, so he is only advancing his bonus on that. There's a spinner and a pat. Oh, and he gives it a little too much.
On this strikes and spares, there's like a groove worn at the very top, which kind of holds the ball a little bit longer than a player might expect it sometimes. It has like a little groove going back from side to side above the rollovers, and it releases the ball when it feels like it. So you just got to be ready for it when it drops down. Nice, keeping it out of that.
Beautiful, beautiful save. No tilt on that.
In this game, the tilt is pretty reasonable. I mean, it's not as tight as some of my other games, but then again, it's not as loose as some people like to have their roller games.
That's right. Most people are used to these games having a lot of generosity, so you can give it a lot of wiggle, try to get the ball under control.
Yeah,
this strikes and spares. This strikes and spares make it too easy, and you're not going to have any fun. It's just going to be shooting that spinner over and over and over again.
Well, that's been my mentality. You know, if I don't want to make the games too easy. I know I have good players here, and when you make the game too easy, it's not really that satisfying when you do put up a score because the game was just easy, and you kind of expect to do that. On my games, if you put up a good score, you deserved it. He's got the ball on the left flipper. Let's see what he does here. Almost got the B from the bottom. And gets a nice solid in lane. It's very fortunate.
Drops it into the saucer for...
And the saucer's kicking it out very nicely to the left flipper for a nice bounce over to the right. That makes the game, like we were talking about with Twilight Zone, when that kickouts like that, the game is much more playable and much more controllable.
And with that, David Horner takes the lead with, or not the lead, but takes a lead over Joe Saeed.
Yeah,
Still Colin Horner dominating with his 163,000. There's 173,000.
all right, so his strike value is at 10,000. He's looking to advance that, looking to put it back up the top and put it in the B, and hopefully the strike will be lit too. Nice.
Oh, too much again, but he
thought
gets
he had
his
it
bonus
there.
X.
Yeah.
And a beautiful tap pass. Oh, hits the spinner, but ricochets
Uh-oh.
back out. Oh,
I
and
see that coming. That's trouble.
not a great ball, but still in the lead. Ball 4 for Joe Saeed now.
And Joe's strike value is at 10,000 also, so if he can just happen to bump it up once or twice more and get a few strikes, he'll be right back in this game. Oh, there's a strike.
Yes, and he gets his rollover for his lit spinner now. Now he goes for the tap pass. Ooh, the
That's
shots.
the in lane. That's what I'm talking about. Very nice. Bounce over. Yep. Oh.
Oh, a little too much. All right, goes for the shots again. That's right.
Ooh.
But he gets his spinner, and that's important.
And the bonus X. Okay. Nice.
Nice dead pass,
Boom.
and the spinner rips again, and there he goes, catching up nicely. Gets his B rollover,
Let's give him another strike
but
up there.
no strike yet. Can't tell what his strike value
It's
is.
15,000. I think that light. Not all the lights work on this game. Some of the sockets are in less than good condition, but the strike light is working now, which is good, and the ABCs as well. So I'm pretty sure his strike value is at 15,000, and he's looking to increase that to even more. Not going to happen this time because the strike's off. So you got
But he gets-
15,000 plus 3,000 in bonus for that saucer, and Joe is racking the points up.
There's the shots.
Nice shots. To
Doesn't
him,
quite.
man.
Oh, and he bricks it, but he takes a lead with that. And
Clears him over 200,000. Like we were saying, just one good ball here, and that was a pretty good ball. And if you can, go ahead and add to that in his next ball, you might be enough for Joe.
David Horner steps up. Ball 4 of 5.
Strike value at 5,000. That's going to be a 5,000 saucer, 3,000 bonus.
Nice little slap save there. Ooh. Those star rollovers in the center, they emulate pins. They can
nice.
really change the trajectory of the ball coming down out of there.
Right, and some of those inserts aren't perfectly level either, so you get a little bit of a Congo action on the ball floating around there in the middle sometimes, down by the lower part of the playfield. There's little concave inserts by the bonus lights.
I like to call those cuppies.
Yeah, well, they're not very friendly sometimes, and the ball just kind of swoops across from side to side where you're not expecting it to. See if we can get this out of here. Nope.
Oh!
Nope. Yeah, those slings, the top of the slings are just deadly.
Stacy on strike spares gives David the cold shoulder.
Pretty stingy right
Colin,
now.
sorry, Colin the cold shoulder.
Stacey's not having much today. She's not giving it up at all here.
There's one of the last two rollovers he needs to advance the strike
Oh,
value.
man.
Oh, and right out the out lane. So Joe Saeed will finish with 240,810 on a 5-ball game of strikes and spares.
And sometimes that's enough to do it. I mean, really, you would think about 500,000 would be a good game on strikes and spares, but sometimes even 200 or less will take a game of 3 players in the FSPA because it's just such a house ball kind of game. It's just very unforgiving in that area right there. I mean, he got away with a nice, didn't get away, but he got a nice left in lane there.
That's right, and he traps the ball. He also managed to advance his strike value up to 5,000 finally. And he has a
Drop
spinner
catch,
lit,
nice
and
spinner.
there's the
Boom.
rip.
Get that strike.
And there's that
the
cupping.
hang up. Oh.
Yeah, that's all right. Into the saucer for 5,000 plus 3,000 in bonus.
Got denied by the groove up there. But he did the saucer though.
Ooh,
Nice.
cannot get the thing under control. There he goes. Traps the ball, lets it rest, shoots the spinner.
Solid spinner shot.
Tries to give it a nudge. Can't get the B roller. That's all right. He didn't. It wasn't going to give him anything great anyway.
That's some nice right in lane there.
Come on. Oh. Up into the saucer. There he gets.
Fortunately, his strike value is only at 5,000, so he's not really picking up a lot of points for those saucers. He needs to get another strike or two to really to really make those saucers pay off. Sometimes the strikes just don't happen. Sometimes that strike light will not be lit every time you roll through the B, and there's a little bit of randomness going on with that.
The strike blinks on and off with spinner rips, spinner spins, and the 1,000-point pop in the center there. Oh, and he drains.
Nasty sling drain right there.
With his bonus, he's going to be creeping up. Oh, not quite enough. 222,370 for David Horner. Colin Horner here needs to do something, anything, in hopes of winning this game.
Oh, there's a B. Spinner is lit.
Oh, bounces out of the C to get the 2x bonus.
One shot to the spinner. Oh, got a little spinner love.
Ooh, traps, holds. Misses, almost bricks it.
Saucer, maybe? No.
Gets the B rollover.
Good.
Gets the nudge. Ooh, a dead pass and a
very
tap.
nice.
Look
That's
at that.
He grunts, but no spinner.
There it is.
There's some spinner.
And he gets the strike. And that wins him the game. Now, can he steal? He would need 466,000 points to actually steal the point. That would finish him up with a whopping 15 points in match play.
Ooh, nice save from Colin there. Oh.
Cannot steal the point, but still he wins.
So another 3 points for Colin there. And to add to his lead.
And with that, the A Division Finals at Town Hall Liquors in College Park, Maryland for the FSPA Summer 2014 season is complete. Congratulations to Colin Horner, winner. David Horner was second place, and Joe Saeed with third. We are now going to do the awards. Giving the awards away now. Okay. So. All right.
And John's going to do that? You want to do that? Yeah. Speak to it?
You're live.
So we're accompanied here by John Locke, a regular player here at Town Hall and really all around the D.C. area. John plays down at the Lyman's League, the newly founded Lyman's League down in D.C., which is a very cool place to play as well. For you pinball players in the D.C. area, definitely check out Lyman's on 14th Street Northwest in D.C. I think it's in the 3700 block. And
if I remember correctly, the exact address is 3720 14th Street.
that sounds right to me, John. And so that's a fun league to play in as well. They play there on Tuesday nights. I went there this past Tuesday and had a really good time. So I recommend that place to definitely check out. The place in good location pinball.
We announced the B Division.
I'm going to talk with John about that as well. Get his thoughts on the B Division. So for the B Division, we have the finals tallied up for the B Division, and it looks like Eden had a strong performance, finishing with 12 points in first place. John Locke finished with 7 points in second place, and Brian finished with 5 points in third place. Just wanted to get a couple comments from you about how the B Division playoffs went. John, what are your thoughts on that? I know you were the top seed, and you started off, looked like picking strikes and spares, and were able to win that game.
Yeah, I won the first 3-player game.
Mm-hmm.
And Eden came in second, and then Brian came in third, and then on my head-to-head against Brian, I won that game, but on my head-to-head against Eden, I lost.
So I saw that you picked ACDC against Brian. Is that a strong game for you?
One of my stronger games, yeah.
Right, I know you always liked Adam's Family a lot as well.
Yeah.
Looks like it was a reasonably close game. for Adams family, given the way that it scores, it was 29 million to 54 million.
Right.
Just the way Adams family tends to score in tiered scoring, reaching that first 20 million can be kind of difficult, and then from 20 to about 100 million is going to be your next range of scores until you start really getting mansions going or collecting jackpots.
Are you going for multi-ball in that game, John, or were you just mostly going for modes?
I normally, if I can spell greed, then I go for multi-ball. But if I have trouble spelling greed, then I go for the center ramp and modes.
So are you actively trying to spell greed, or are you shooting for it?
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, I just asked because myself, I don't really tend to shoot for greed that much at all. I pretty much just go for the modes, and it's kind of like you say, if greed is almost spelled out, then I might go ahead and knock off last letter and start to lock the balls up.
Right.
Sometimes the multi-ball gets in the way of what I'm trying to do, it seems like.
Yeah. Well, when since the first switch you hit on each ball spots a letter in greed for the first multi-ball, then that first multi-ball is easier to start.
Yeah, definitely. The first multi-ball is, you're probably, like you said, you're probably going to like the locks for that first multi-ball.
Right.
Okay, so I think John is about ready to go ahead with the presentations for the winners of the A and B playoffs, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you.
Okay.
So we have the money all laid out here.
Yeah.
Who do you want to start with? Third place in B division is Brian Dillon. Brian, come on over. I have your award for you. You have anything to say to the crowd out there?
It's been a pleasure rejoining the Free State Pinball Association at Town Hall after so many years away. Everybody is just as helpful and friendly as they always had been from what I remember years past. So I had a great time. I enjoyed playing with everybody, and thanks for having me. And thanks for Newsom for the games. Great games and upkept very well. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. All right, and your prize?
Well, first let me say the league dues for the season are $40. So third place pretty much gets their money back, $40.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys.
All right. And second place in B division is, of course, our Feelers leader, League SLO, John Law. John, good play.
Thank you.
And first place.
And second place, the payout is $55.
$55.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. And B division champion for summer 2014 at Town Hall Liquors in College Park, Maryland, Eden Grossman. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And first place winner is $70.
$70. Will cover your league dues and a bunch of your games for last season, won't it?
Yeah, it sure will. I mean, I gotta say this is the first season where I made B division and and I won it. It's it's a pretty big win for me, so I'm pretty excited about that, and hopefully next season I'll make it into A division and maybe I'll win that.
All right. Thank you very much, Eden.
All right, thanks.
All right. And now A division.
Congratulations.
Third place in A division, Joe Saeed.
Well, I played this league 2 seasons and gotten third both times. $40 is awesome. I urge anybody in the area to come out and play. I consider this the best lineup of games in the area. Maybe anybody at Maryland College or whatever the hell this university is.
It's the University of Maryland.
University of Maryland. Anybody should come out and play. Next season will be hopefully a little bit bigger than this one. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
And
Second place in A Division, David Horner.
David! Yeah. Yeah, David.
All right, David.
Awesome. All right. Well, it was a good season. I never seemed to beat the Elder in the playoffs. That's going to haunt me for a while still. But, it's good to be back in the playoffs. It's good to play some pinball again. And definitely good to be here. This is, frankly, in my opinion, the place to play. So, come out and enjoy it. God, you just look down the row and it's like good game after good game after good game. So definitely come out and have some fun. All right.
thank you, John.
All right. Appreciate it, John.
All right. And first place in A Division for 2014 FSPA Summer Pinball League at Town Hall Liquors in College Park, Maryland, Colin Horner.
It's John.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. I've been playing pinball about 11 years now. Wish all this camera was here earlier. It makes it a lot of fun. Playing here at Town Hall. I actually come here a longer way than there are other leagues because this is, I think it's the best place to play in the area. I don't get out here very often. I'm sort of in semi-retirement from competitive pinball nowadays, but it's always nice to get out here, have some fun, get the win. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Keep playing pinball.
All right, thank you very much, everybody. My name is William Wolf. I'm your host tonight from Town Hall Liquors in College Park, Maryland. This is the FSPA Summer 2014 Finals at Town Hall. Have a good night.
I was always first seeing it, and I was like, watch this 750 on TZ on ball before I even step up.